Feel Good Talk, where our focus is on mind, body, soul, and business. You are now tuning in to Let's Talk About It with your girl Izzy Meditates and your girl Kendra Moore. Hi.
Hi. And we have our special guest tonight, which is Ebony White. Hi, Ebony. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Hello, everyone.
Good to see you.
How are you ladies doing today? How are you feeling?
Well, it was a long day, but I'm blessed. I'm happy to be here. I'm excited about the opportunity to be able to speak with you all today. So I think we'll have fun tonight.
Yeah,
awesome.
For sure. For sure. Yep, I'm hanging in there. I thought we were going to have a snowstorm and we were going to have off from school, but that did not happen.
Sorry for my cats. My cat is like, you guys see, yeah, his name is Olaf and he likes to be near me. So sorry. So let's just get this started. So Ebony, who, little known fact, is actually my cousin. So I'm super excited to have her on. Not just because she's my cousin, but because she's doing great things in her community. She is a mental and physical health and wellness advocate and coach, and she also owns her own business, so Tribe Nutrition, where she serves the community. People can come in and get really healthy drinks. So we'll talk about that. And Ebony, where are you located?
I am located in Beaufort, South Carolina, born and raised in Beaufort, South Carolina.
Yes, nice. South Carolina. And tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm 34 years old. Like I said, I'm from the Low Country area. I have a bachelor's in elementary education, an associate's in human resources. I'm currently working on my master's in human resources. I'm also a veteran. I am still in the Air Force Reserves. I'm a tech sergeant, been in for 15 years. I am married. My husband's name is Paul White. We have 2 dogs. Those are our children. And as my intro was that I love to be an advocate for the mental health and physical health awareness for my community. So that's where a lot of my energy goes. And I just like helping out as much as I can.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So how did that come about? So give us the background on how you got, specifically from the mental health standpoint and the physical health. How did you kind of develop that passion for that?
My first experience with understanding mental health came about because of my deployment to Afghanistan. And during that deployment, I had an incident where my building was hit by IDF. And of course, after such a traumatic experience, I am now a PTSD patient. I have post-traumatic stress syndrome. And as far as my bipolar disorder, I realized that things were going on with me throughout my life, but never really was diagnosed. And the older you get with bipolar disorder, that's when it's easier for the healthcare professionals to diagnose you. So my diagnosis for my bipolar disorder was later on in my life as well. Both of those things I have been working on for now about 9 years. Wow. I've been in treatment for 9 years now. My treatment is therapy and I take medication. My bipolar disorder medication, at one time, it wasn't the right medication. You have to go through all of these phases where they have to get your medication right for you. And when I wasn't on the right medication, I experienced having to be hospitalized because of my bipolar disorder. So I've been to the extreme of being manic. I've been to the extreme of being depressed. And now that I have things pretty much under control with my medication and with my therapy, with my support system, which is my family and my friends, you have to have a great support system whenever you're going through such things as these. So with all of those things, I've learned how to cope. And that's where it all started, where I was able to identify those things was because of my deployment.
Right. Wow, that's powerful. Thank you for sharing. Go ahead, Izzy.
Yeah, I was going to say thank you for being transparent. I'm an advocate as well, so I love that you're coming out and just, telling everyone about your life, because we need to put a face with all this, and we need more women to talk about things like this in our community so that we can say, hey, you know what? It's okay. And
Yeah.
not only have you suffered with this and you've grown to become better, you also have a business of your own. And that is just awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
So my
kudos.
business is that of a nutrition club. I sell healthy meal replacement shakes and energy teas. And I was introduced to that through a friend. And from there, I was able to lose weight with these items. And we have items for weight gain if you need healthy weight gain or healthy weight loss items.
Yeah.
And so the drinks that I sell to my community, I'm also helping them with their weight management.
Right.
Which we have people come in our shop with different desires and different things that they want to accomplish with their weight. And I just help them as far as coaching them is concerned. I also do Zumba. And the reason why I do Zumba is, number one, because I love to dance, but it's also a way for me to be able to exercise and do it in a way where I'm having fun. And I introduced that to my community as well. A lot of people have joined me with my Zumba, and the community is totally behind me with my nutrition club.
Wow, that's amazing. And you're hitting all points because, people try to lose weight and they forget about the rest of it. It's mind, body, and soul. So you're taking care of all of that. And I wanted to ask you, I see that the name of your company is Tribe Nation. How did you come to creating that name for your company?
So Tribe Nutrition.
Nutrition. Okay.
I came up with that name in two ways. Number one, I'm from a place called Millage Village. That's where all of my family is from. And I just automatically thought village, you have a tribe in your village. Right. And so I wanted to pay homage to where I was from, and also to encourage other people to join in. As a tribe, we can all try to help one another out, hold each other accountable. I have accountability partners that help me with my physical fitness. And so I just wanted a family feel for the environment inside my nutrition club.
Right. That's a strong name. And I'll let you go next, Kendra. When you say tribe, I think a connection. Yeah. When in my meditation group, we call ourselves a tribe. And when I hear that, it's just like, wow, we're all connected. So you're creating this tribe for people to come in and try your drinks. I saw the couple of pictures and I'm like, dude, I wish she lived closer to me. I would be in there every day.
We do have people that come every day. And, and those people we have helped with plans, and like I said, everybody's goals are different. But the people that come every day, they see results, and that's why they keep coming. And I don't try to push anything on anybody. Some of them just come because of the taste and how good it is, and it's like a healthy treat for them. And then other people that are actually on a weight loss regimen. So I just try to encourage everybody in different ways. I understand that not everybody wants to drink a shake to lose weight. Not everybody wants an energy tea. Some people just want coffee. I just try to let them know that regardless if they patronize me in my nutrition club, they can still come and work out with me. I have workout partners. They can come in and we can just make sure that we're physically fit together. Wow. And so even without my nutrition club, I'll be the person that people will come to just work out with.
Yeah, love that. I love that.
So Ebony, how do you go about balancing it all? Because what I love is, you have from the physical or from the mental standpoint, things that you've been working with for yourself, but then you're a mom, you're working, you're owning your own business. And how do you go about balancing that? So tell us about, or not balancing it. How do you manage it?
So first, I'm a dog mom. I don't have any children. So maybe that's one way that I'm a little more free.
I have a dog. Their work. Yeah. Their work.
Yeah, they're a lot of work.
Yeah.
And actually they helped me as well with my mental health issues. A lot of people wouldn't understand the connection that you can have with animals that will help you.
Right.
And so that first of all, I'll say is my family that helps support me through everything that I'm doing.
Right.
I have a husband that is very supportive of me, and he helps me maintain a nutrition club. And I can say without him, my nutrition club probably would not be as successful as it is. And so I'm grateful to him. And then I have family members that come out and help me with whatever it is that I need help with. I have friends that are supportive. And so that's the first thing that I ask people. I'm an assist suicide prevention advocate. And so what that means is I am a person that a suicidal person can come to, and I can help them create a plan as to avoid committing suicide. And one of the first things I ask them is, who can we have in your corner? Like, who do you have to support you? Because the support system is number one. And that is the reason why I can juggle most of the things that I'm juggling. It's because of my support system. I have a lot of people who help me, especially during the times when I'm not mentally in a place where I want to keep going. I have people who encourage me, people who step in, and I try to maintain those relationships with the people in my community so that I know I'll always have people that will have my back.
Yeah. And I think that's definitely important for all of us, especially, definitely before COVID, but now with the lockdown, to still have, your tribe and support system, even if you can call them and Zoom and, a few people that can help you. So that's great. My other question for you is, what are some of the stereotypes, misconceptions that people have when it comes to mental health? Not just necessarily, for you personally, but in general, as you, kind of move throughout the space.
So one of my supporters now is my mother. But when I first introduced to her my bipolar disorder, one of the things that I hear a lot is that taking medication for bipolar disorder or for any mental health condition, I hear a lot that medication makes it worse. In our community, that's one thing. They're like, stay away from the medication. Don't take the medication. My mother used to tell me not to take my medication. She just didn't believe in it, and I believe in prayer. I believe in the Lord. And at the same time, I believe that medication is needed for some people, not for everybody. But I also do other things. I do massage therapy. Nice. I do it bi-weekly, and sometimes I have to go midweek. The reason why I do massage therapy is because it helps me emotionally. Yes, physically it feels good, but it helps me emotionally. And so there are other things. I do meditation. I do different things that people have to understand. It takes more than just praying about it.
Right.
And so that was another thing. Don't take the medication, just pray about it.
Right.
People will sometimes say, no, it's nothing wrong with you. The stereotype that you are possibly just being needy or you want attention. There are a lot of negative things that come along with expressing a mental health condition to people that don't understand. And so you get called things like, well, you're just lazy. You don't want to get out of the bed. You don't want to clean up, but she's actually depressed. Or she just had a baby and she's going through postpartum depression, and people don't understand that. And so we have a community of people that do not understand mental health. And that is the reason why I feel like it is important for us to be upfront about whatever condition it is that we have. Not so that people can excuse us or make excuses for us. But whenever they do see us experience something that is contrary to what they would believe would be my norm, what they would say, well, Sakura, you're successful. You have a business. You have a federal job. You have this, you have that. So why are you crying every day? Because I have a mental health disorder. And so during that time, I may be depressed. And we have to stop thinking that because of what we see on the outside, that means that the person can't possibly feel what they're feeling on the inside. They're just looking for attention.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Right. You know, real quick, when you said that last line, it makes me think of the whole, strong Black woman type of thing, and so when you're seen all the time as, oh, you're a strong Black woman, or a strong single mom, or a strong, X, Y, and Z person, then, that's, again, plays into that stereotype that when you do have an issue or crying or feeling some kind of way, that it's like, well, what's wrong with you? You know what I mean? Like, you're not allowed to go through certain emotions. So that's
correct. And let's admit it. You don't have to have a mental health condition to need to express yourself with tears or to need support, and I think a lot of the times we forget that we are social beings, and sometimes we just need support. We don't need negativity. We don't need people that don't believe in whatever it is that we're telling them we're experiencing.
Yeah. And I'm glad that you said that it's not just the medication. I also use meditation. I also do Zumba. I also, you know what I mean? Like, all those things work together. I don't just use meditation alone. There's other things that I have to bring together so that, I can create a healthy balance for myself. I love that. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I listen, I could go running for 5 miles. Yeah. That is therapy for me. That's therapeutic for me. Right. It increases your serotonin. So at the end of the day, the physical activity helps you to feel better emotionally. Right. I can be having a bad day. I could have a crying spell right before Zumba. And once I get in Zumba, everything is okay.
Right.
Because my serotonin has kicked in, and now I'm feeling good. I'm happy. I'm dancing. I'm doing something that I enjoy. And so I always try to encourage people to not get caught up in life and don't do things that they enjoy. At least do something that makes you feel worthy of a smile. You are worthy of a laugh, a good laugh. We're worthy of being able to feel good. And so do whatever it is that you need to do to feel good.
Right.
Yeah. So I want to jump over. Oh, go ahead, Izzy.
No, I was saying that's awesome.
Okay, I was going to jump over to some comments. So we have some comments from the folks watching.
Charles Brakely says, good evening, everyone. Hi, Charles. How are you? Tyrone Ricks is in the house. Good evening, Izzy, Kendra, and Ebony Tree. Hi, Tyrone. Hi. 10 of Life has tuned in. Tyrone is from the 10 of Life, and he helps out his community. Awesome person. Ebony, definitely connect with him as well. Tennille Cordray, I had the weight loss surgery and one of the best decisions I made in my life.
And let me say something about that. Yeah. That was what I was getting to when I was saying that people take different routes.
Yes, right.
And a lot of the time there is stigma behind having surgery. Right. But you don't know everything that this person has gone through or tried, what they went through to get to, because you actually have to get to a certain space in your weight for you to even qualify for a weight surgery. So we don't know everything that an individual did to get to where they need to be. And we got to celebrate whatever it is. I don't discourage people from making choices for themselves that will make them happy and healthier, and so I'm blessed by this lady all of the time. She comes to my shop all of the time. Right. And even though she had that surgery, she's still doing what she needs to do to keep the weight off. You have to do it. You can easily gain weight. And so I celebrate her. She didn't initially lose the weight with me, but I still celebrate. And we have to learn how to not be so judgmental in our community, because we do not know where.
Yeah, I'm a stickler for that. I just think, think about it. You came here at a different pace. You may have eaten dinner. Ebony may have not eaten dinner. However, but we all got here to this one place. And so every journey is different for everybody. Creating a healthy balance looks different for everybody. You know what I mean? I'm definitely a stickler for that. Charles Brakely says prayer without work is dead. That's true.
That's right.
Very true. Shayna Gordine is in the house, says, hey, ladies. Hey, Shayna.
Hello.
True statement, she says. Let's see what's after that. Charles says balance is definitely important. That's the key to everything. Yeah. That is definitely the key to everything. You have to create a balance and you have to do what works for you. Tamara Lolly, hi. How are you? She says good evening. Charles Brakely says, my stress reliever is working out physically.
Yeah.
Hercules.
Same here.
I mean, it produces the chemicals that you need in your body just to feel better.
Right.
I tell some people, it's easy for me to want to stay in the bed all the time. That's something that, I mean, a lot of us wish we could just kind of sleep a couple of days away, right?
Right.
If you don't have that and you need that energy, sometimes waking up at 4:30, even though you got to be at work at 6:30 or 7:30, may help you. It may actually keep you more upbeat throughout the day. Right. And so people have to understand, just get out there and do something. Go walk and you go do Zumba. Go with a friend to a yoga class. People, listen, yoga will work you out.
Yoga is work. It is.
It's a workout.
Yoga
so it's all kind of ways that you can just increase that serotonin in your body for you to feel good. And that's what it's all about. You just want to be able to live a happy and healthy life.
Right. That's really important. Like for me, I have to be outside. And I would go through a season where November would hit and I felt my mood. I'd be really sad, because it's getting cold and I wasn't going out. Now I'm going out even when it's cold because I need that. I need to feel the trees. I need to see the leaves, even if they're dead and gone, just to know that I'm outside with life, things that are living just helps me in every area. So, but it just looks different for everyone. And it's so important to know that and to not judge people for the way that they're going about handling everything with their mental health. Yeah.
Yep, it's true. I think we had one last comment that we missed that got off.
Oh yeah.
When it pops
up. It was
Portia
Nelson.
Hi.
She's one of my coaches with Herbalife as well. Me and her coach together. Nice. She's in the Ridgeland, South Carolina area. She also makes healthy shakes and teas. She's also a huge advocate for people being healthy and happy. And she's one of my accountability partners.
Nice.
Nice.
We have Tabron Shorts in the house. Hi, Tabron. How are you?
Tabron.
He says, being healthy is found in our lifestyle. Definitely being healthy.
Yeah. And I like that now. I feel like more and more people understand that now, moving away from the diet, more like you need to incorporate it into your life. So that's good, because some of these diet crazes were like insane. So once you have it incorporated.
To put yourself through crazy things, you know what I mean? Like, just do what's best for you, but also do something that you're going to continue for the rest of your life. Like,
you have to,
it's a healthy balance with the food, and it's okay to have cake sometimes or to do some things, but definitely to just not so much diet, because like I went on the cabbage diet once. That was just horrible for me and everybody.
I was just thinking, wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, but think about it, right? Like, if I eat cabbage all the time, am I going to eat cabbage 2 years from now? Why not have cabbage and something else with it? And then, just create
a healthy lifestyle. That's what it's all about.
Right.
And as females, sometimes our weight fluctuates for different reasons, so we have to just try to create a healthy lifestyle to maintain what it is that we're trying to maintain. And a lot of the times that helps us to avoid certain diseases with, genetically things that we're prone to. We have to just maintain a healthy lifestyle. It's important.
And listen to our bodies, like sometimes our bodies will tell us that we need an orange. That taste that you have for a little bit of roughage. There's a reason that your body is telling you that. Like, at one point I was like crazy for like peanuts. I needed a specific vitamin that was in a peanut. and couldn't figure out why, So we got to listen to our bodies.
That's correct.
I am so interested in what kind of drinks that you make. And I want to know like the top 5, even though I can't get to you. One day I'm gonna come visit you.
Okay, so the base of our milkshakes are meal replacement shakes. They're not milk. Actually, I don't even know why I said milk because it's no milk in them. They are Herbalife shakes, and so we do little recipes with them to make them taste like different things. And so right now, our popular ones are pecan pie, the pistachio. We have what our top ones probably is the lemon pound cake. Yeah. And then a few of the teas that we have that a lot of people like would be, some of them are just, they heard of them at other nutrition clubs. So that's why they're popular. But we have the like Captain America and different things like that, where they knew that before I even introduced it. So a lot of people already know about these nutrition clubs. They've already experienced being at a nutrition club before. And so it's not necessarily a thing that I created. My customers, they come and they continue to support me. That's it.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Look, I was going to make a smoothie after this. I don't even want mine no more.
So make them taste just like whatever it is, like lemon pound cake. It literally will taste like lemon pound cake, but it's healthy. Yeah. And so you have the option to feel like you're getting a nice dessert, but it's actually a meal replacement and you lose weight.
I used to go to one of those nutrition clubs around, and yeah, you're right. Like I was so amazed at the variety of the flavors, but yeah, they taste exactly like what they say they taste like. And I'm like, there is no way this can be healthy because it tastes so good. That's not usually how it works.
That's what a lot of people say. This can't be healthy. This can't be healthy. And another thing too is our energy drinks. The teas are a healthy amount of caffeine, not like I'm not going to shame anybody, but some of the energy drinks that are right off the shelf, a lot of them are not good for us. And so these energy teas are a healthy source of energy, and they help boost your metabolism. And so we know once our metabolism is working for us, and that also helps us with weight loss. And so the teas and the shake, they work together. You can drink them all together. You can do whatever it is that you need to do to have the energy that you need throughout the day. And I don't eat meat. And that's just my preference. I don't tell anybody else not to eat meat. Everybody in my family eats meat. I do. And so those shakes are important to me. There's a huge source of the protein that I get along with my vegetables and stuff. But I feel healthy with this lifestyle that I have.
Yeah.
So
I want to say, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to mention real quick while we're talking about drinks. If you go to Ebony's Facebook page, the reason why I love when you post things is because even though you can't drink the drink, you get the feeling. You feel good just looking at the pictures because first of all, the drinks are beautiful. So that's one thing. They're like colorful or they look very decadent and you're like, I want some of that. But then you're always writing like a happy, positive note on the cups.
I love that.
So even if you can't drink it, you go to your page and you're just like, you have some kind of happy, positive, encouraging, motivational thing that you write on your customers' cups. So I love that. So tell us about that.
So initially when I did it, I just would like to read the quotes myself and get encouragement for myself. But whenever we realized that customers were asking us, well, where is my quote? Whenever I wouldn't write it on there, we realized then that we were touching the community because they want those quotes. They ask us that. I have to sit down. I won't lie. I'll sit down on Saturday for about 2 hours and write on cups. But it feels good. I'm reading encouraging messages. I'm encouraging my community. Some people really do feel inspired by the messages we put out. And I just want to put out positivity in the atmosphere. I want to create an atmosphere where people can, feel good when they walk out of my shop, that they feel good and know that they're worth it, know that they will win, know that, greater is coming. all of those things are things that we just can walk around with all day and try to have good vibes all day, you know?
Yep. Yep. Wow. And what if like I would love for that to be a thing, you know, for all of us. Just like be intentional about when people come into your presence, how you project onto them, you know, and project something that's positive and encouraging, inspiring, etc. So it's funny, I was telling my son, just real quick story, but this week someone that I went to high school with, you know, oh so long ago, reached out to me on Facebook and thanked me for being nice to him in high school. And like, I'm not super close with this person, but he was like, you know, when my family first moved, you know, to the area, the high school people there weren't nice, but you were always nice. Thank you so much for that. And I was so blown away. And I told my son, I was like, man, you never know, you know, the impact that you have on someone that you're just being nice. So for you, you know, what you're doing on the cups, yeah, you never know. That one quote could literally like save someone from going down like a dark path because they're like, okay, yeah, let me pull back, you know, or change the way that they're thinking about themselves, life. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I was going to talk about
this as much as anybody else.
Yeah.
It always starts with us, right? So we have some more comments. So let's see what comments are coming in.
We have Tasha Pierce that says, hello, ladies. Really enjoying this feel good talk. Hi, Tasha. Thank you for sharing space with us. Thank you. We have Jean Kelly in the house says, great subject. It's important, like you said, that you have support because support and understanding is the key to being a winner. That is so true.
Thank you, Mom. That's my mom. Thank you, Mom.
Portia Nelson says, yes, it's a lifestyle change. Whatever you do it for you and make it personal.
And that's right. Personal.
Yeah, I love that. Tayron Short says, I, like Miss Nelson, comment, make personal and make it fun. Change will happen. That's true. Yeah. If you make it personal and you make it fun, it doesn't seem like a job or something hard that you have to do like all the time. Yeah. Jean Kelly says, yes, it will.
Yes, it will.
Tayron Short says, let's talk about it, rocks. Aw, I love your topics.
Thank you.
I know,
right? That's so cool.
But, I'm so feeling this because I love nutritional drinks. And I wanted to say high five to you, girl. Just a boss for taking everything that you have a passion for and turning it into one, like, just evolving piece in your life and in other people's lives, because I'm digging the whole bringing the Herbalife into your juice bar. That is amazing. Like to bring that part of your job, of your career into that portion. So I love that. I love that you've connected all that into one. Yeah.
And besides the physical health, I'm having an event in March that is geared towards breaking the stigma of mental health. And we are encouraging people to be a part of that because the community needs to know who it is that we need to support.
Right.
Because a lot of people hide it. A lot of people will never tell you what they're going through.
Yeah.
And I want us to be able to get out of that because we all need someone in our corner.
Right.
Yeah. When we feel alone, when we feel like we don't have anybody to talk to, then that's when things go the wrong way. I've had strangers, and that's a part of me being an assist. Anytime I see something where I think a person is saying something that may not sound so good, or they may be going down the wrong direction, I reach out to them. I don't have to know them.
Yeah.
And I've literally had 2 occasions where people told me that because of you this morning, I didn't hurt myself. You know, so we never know. Like people just we need each other. We need each other. And it's good to be positive towards one another. And if somebody or something is negative in your life, you can kind of put that to the side and not have to put so much concentrating your efforts into trying to make something that's negative positive. Because when you live a positive life, eventually you're just going to have people coming to you that are positive. Like I say, your vibe attracts your tribe. And so as long as you're vibing in the right way, the negative stuff will fall off, or you can set it to the side and keep moving, because you want positivity in your life. That way you can be healthy. That way you can be happy. That way you can have good relationships. When I'm not happy, my marriage is affected, you know? So at the end of the day, I'm not doing it just for me. I have to do it for my husband as well. Right. A lot of the times we don't understand that. When I'm not happy, my mother can feel it.
Right.
All of the people who you have as a support system, we all have to just hold each other. We have to hold each other together.
And it's so needed now. Like we really, as soon as the pandemic hit, I started to be concerned, not only for the welfare of children, but just people being alone in their home. I mean, not doing your regular, daily activities. You're sitting home and you're alone in your head. And you're just thinking about this and thinking about that. So it's very important to stay connected. When you first began your journey, did you have an accountability partner, or did you have such a support system with family that you were good?
So my mental health, when I first engaged in treatment, I didn't have a large amount of people that I told about what I was going through. My husband always knew from day one. Whenever I started having issues with my PTSD, he knew. But I wasn't as forthcoming at that time. It took a little while. After I was hospitalized, actually, that's when I started feeling like, okay, hey, I need support. And so I have to tell people what's going on with me. Yeah. That happened in 2015, where I was hospitalized because one of my medications, like I said, I was having suicidal ideations. And so at that time, once I experienced that, I realized, well, hey, I need people. We need each other. And that's why I always tell people, do not call people needy. Do not say negative things about people, because that will discourage them from coming forward and asking for that support. Right. And as far as my physical health is concerned, physically, I've always had people who will come out and be accountable, an accountability partner with me. Yeah.
Nice.
So, quick question, Ebony. So you were talking about like when you're feeling a certain way, like your husband can feel it. So what advice would you give to people who is like a spouse or a partner, girlfriend, boyfriend, in order to help you through it, or even themselves? Like, how does that look like?
Good question. So one of the things that my husband always tells me is that when we went through marriage counseling, one of the things that when he had his own counseling at that time, the individual who was counseling him told him that he needed to study and learn about a person who's bipolar, so that they can understand certain things. And so I always encourage spouses or parents who still have children in their homes that are dealing with mental health issues to study that mental health condition. Study it, because that way you can help them. You can be sure not to be a trigger to them. You can help them when they're going through something by watching your words, by watching the way that you react to certain things. A lot of the times it's just not being educated that will cause us to say and do things that will discourage a person. And so he explained to me that getting counseling was one of the best things that he could have done. And the counseling was sometimes surrounded about just understanding my disorder.
Right. Wow. Izzy, do you have anything?
Very nice. I guess my next question would be, because I know that you said that you have 2 pets, do you use them as a support system in a sense that they are just your pets, or do you use like techniques like rubbing them at a certain time when you're feeling? How are you using your pets to help you that way?
When I'm down, my mother, she hates it, but I'll literally get on the floor with them because they make me feel better. They wrestle me. They do whatever it is that they need to do. They can feel it. My Shih Tzu, if he could lick my tears, he would, but I don't, let him look me in my face and all of that. If he could, he would. And then my pit bull, he is a baby. He's 90 pounds, but he really would like to be able to sit in your lap, and he'll let me rub on him and he's gentle with me. They understand me. Dogs and other certain animals as well, like horses.
Yeah.
I was going through a therapy one time with horses for my PTSD, because the horses will help you even in their mildness and being meek, and the ability that they give you, the times that they give you to just pet on them and use that touch. It helps you. And that's why I also do physical that's why I also do massage therapy, because touch helps me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm not sure if you can hear my Milo in the background. He is going off.
No, we can't.
To go on a different subject, my next question, are there any other things that you offer besides shakes? Do you have, like, I know that there's like these little shot of drinks that they have, like wheatgrass and all that. Do you offer stuff like that as well?
No. Okay. So as far as what I offer outside of, in addition to my shakes and teas, it's on my website with my Herbalife products. It's a lot. It's a huge array of products that they can choose, and everybody doesn't choose shakes. Some people choose appetite suppressants. Some people choose things that help with their digestive system. We have so many options as far as just treating the whole person. We have things on there that help you with sleep. We have items that help you with your everyday vitamins and whatever it is that you need to just be happy and healthy. So we have a lot of options on my website.
Wow.
But in my store, I offer belly burner shots,
okay,
teas, and shakes, and that's it.
Nice. Very, very nice. I think we have more comments, so we're going to go to comments really quick.
While we're waiting for the comments to pop up, what's the your website?
It's ebonytree.goherbalife.com.
Nice. We have Charles Brakely says, I love that. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Yes, I meant to write that down. I'm glad you put that. Tamara Lolly says, we need each other for real. It is so true. We are so much stronger together. People don't realize that we are all connected, Whatever we do affects the other. Zelda Green says, love you.
I love you too, Auntie Zelda.
Elaine Hayward says, you are awesome, sis. Yes, she is.
That's one of my accountability partners. She'll get up at 4:30 and work out with me. Miss Elaine.
Now that is some awesome stuff right there at 4:30. Because girl, you call me at 4:30. I don't know.
That's right. I was struggling this morning to work out. 4:30. Good Lord.
Early. Portia Nelson says, those are her babies.
Your dog.
Charles Barkin says, I love animals. Yeah, if Charles was on here, Sasha would be popping up too. We all have pets.
Yes.
Elaine Hayward says, she's my motivation.
You are mine. Thank you.
I love it. I am so excited to just have you on here today. I was checking out your page, and it's awesome to get to know you. And I always extend the invitation to every one of our guests. Once you are a part of the Feel Good Talk family, you're always a part of our family. So feel free to reach out anytime if you ever want to come back and talk about, a different subject. Feel free to reach out with us. Yeah,
most definitely. So Ebony, tell us about this event, because you mentioned it briefly, but give us some more information about what it's about, date, time, place, how people can support it, etc.
All right, so the date is March 20th. We are having a gala. And at this gala, I have two of our local therapists. One is a psychotherapist, and the other one is a mental health counselor and marriage counselor, marriage therapy, whatever it is. She's kind of like everything. And those two are going to be my main speakers that night. They're going to share on different topics: postpartum depression, depression before you have a child, depression from miscarriages, depression from whatever it is that you might be experiencing surrounding a motherhood or womanhood. And the other person is going to talk about the invisible diseases that we don't see, the things that take a long time to manifest. because a lot of things that you're going to experience later in life, you have not had that experience yet, so you don't know you have it. Like, for example, a lot of people who have bipolar disorder, they don't know until they get older. Because the older you get, the more these things start happening, and you're like kind of weird, you know, what's going on.
Right.
It's because these things manifest later. So that person is going to be talking about the things that we can't see, usually that take a long time before they manifest. And so I wanted her to explain to our community what are some signals, things that you can look for, things that you can do to try to help one another with those disorders or conditions that we just are not abreast to.
Yeah.
And I'm also going to be doing a fashion show because I have T-shirts with my positive quotes on them. And so we're going to have a fashion show with the positive quotes just to liven up the environment and encourage one another. Again, I'm allowing people to express themselves however they want to with the T-shirt. So I'm excited about looking at how they put together this fashion show. And I actually have somebody who's helping me. She's a model, a plus size model. She's going to be helping me to make sure that goes right, because I'm not very well. I don't know nothing about fashion.
Right.
I don't. And I'm grateful to my god sister Brielle, because she donated the space for me to be able to have it as a sponsor to my event. And I have other sponsors that are going to be doing some fundraising for me, that they're donating certain items or donating their talents to me or for me, so that we can go ahead and try. The whole goal is to put a certain amount of people through to allow them to be able to get therapy if they're uninsured. And so I'm going to allow, if I can, raise the amount of money that I need. I want to at least bless 2 people who are uninsured with a 8-week therapy deal.
Nice.
Wow.
And each one of my speakers have agreed to do that with me. And so I'm just excited about the speakers and everything that they're going to share, because they know their stuff. And I'm excited because they're local talents, smart women, and it's a collaboration between me and a lot of people. And then the next thing, I'm having a run, so a virtual walk run, meaning you can do it anywhere through in the room.
Nice.
You can sign up through that as well, and that's going to also go towards the fundraising for the therapy sessions for those individuals who are selected for that therapy.
Nice.
And I just, it's all about awareness. It's all about awareness. It's all about stopping the stigma. It's all about people coming together who know that they have mental health issues and still feeling good about themselves and cheering for one another. And so I just encourage anybody in the community who's down or who's experiencing any type of mental health condition, that they come out and they learn and they see other people who look like them going through the same things that they're going through, so they'll know that they're not alone.
Right.
Wow.
I love that. I love that. I definitely will.
I'm like, I need to do more. I need to do something. Jeez.
No, sometimes I feel like I be doing too much, but a lot of the things that I do is just to help me feel better too. So
definitely follow your arrow. You know, if you got 20 pots going, just keep the fire burning underneath and have it on simmer. Put it on 4.
Ebony, how can people contribute to your cause? So can they find information on your website, or give us
if you go on my Facebook page, Ebony Tree, you'll be able to see the flyer. Or you can send me a message and I can send you the flyer, and you'll be able to see on each flyer how to contribute. You can donate. You can actually purchase a ticket for the gala. You can do the walk run. When you purchase the walk run ticket, you'll be getting a T-shirt with all of our sponsors for the events on it. So people who are sponsoring, if you're a $100 sponsor, that will allow me to do certain things as far as the program is concerned. $200 and $300 goes on the T-shirt, and we do a little advertisement for them in the program as well. So I'm encouraging anybody who, at any cost, like at any donations you can, even $1, whatever it is that you can give, it'll be a nice help towards the cause.
Nice. You can count me in for that walk run for sure.
Yeah, that is awesome. Me too. Well, walk and run. I'll donate some money, but I'll do my workout in the house.
You know what? It's possible.
I was thinking,
just get it done.
Yeah.
I did say just get it done. That's the only thing that matters.
Yeah. I'll get it done. There's snow on the ground.
Do we have more comments really quick? Yep. I think we have another set of comments. But yeah, it's going to be virtual, Kendra. We're going to do it, girl.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. Sure. Zelda Green says, this is what the community needs. Thanks, ladies. Ebony, thanks for sharing. Your story will definitely help others. Thank you, Zelda, for sharing. Portia Nelson says, what a blessing. Thank you, Portia. Jean Kelly says, how can we donate?
So I think, let me answer that again. So donations can go to my Cash App, Zelle, or PayPal. Nice. And I guess the easiest way for you to do it would be Wand of Ebony, and that's the one of my business pages on my account. So $ Wand of Ebony for Cash App.
Nice.
But it's easier if you look at the flyer. And so what I will do is in the comments on the Real Talk page, I'll put a flyer in the comments.
That'll be awesome.
So that people
can awesome. And then we can repost and share that. So that'll be great.
On the Feel Good Talk page, I'm going to put a flyer.
Yeah. Thank you.
Nice.
So that's really cool. So with all the stuff that you have going on with the walks and all of that, when is this thing going to expand outside? Because like in my head, I'm like, I already know. And knowing you, you probably have plans. So go ahead. You're like, I'm opening up something in Paris. Because why not?
I don't know. I'm excited about this event. I'm surprised I'm doing it because usually I don't allow myself to kind of be out in front when it comes to events and stuff like that. Right. And so I don't know what's going to happen after this. I'm hoping that this experience is large enough for that community to want to continue to get together, and maybe I can collaborate with other people to figure out other events that we can do to encourage one another, to help others who cannot afford to get that therapy because of insurance purposes. And so that's really what I want. I want people to be able to have the treatments that they need. And we have to be able to partner together to make sure that our community is taken care of. And that's what I really want to do. I don't know what I'll do after this event, but I'm hoping that it'll keep something else will come together.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's beautiful, because the thing is, like, I think about like how we saw like cop shootings of people who have mental health issues. You think about like the homeless population having mental health issues. I mean, it's just so prevalent in the community, and it just seems like we already know, largely our health system is, kind of broken, right? And so, but then that's just, I think most people think of just like your physical health part and not as much as the mental health part. And then the other thing I wanted to touch on real quick was mental health in kids. Because when you said about how, for bipolar, you don't really realize it a lot of times until you get into an adult. And then that made me think, well, there's a lot of kids, probably that have this, and we're just like, man, he's bad, or, whatever, and having problems in school and such. So.
And in certain states, you're not allowed to diagnose a kid with bipolar disorder until after they turn 17. In certain states, they won't even let you diagnose a child. Bipolar disorder actually runs in my family. It's hereditary. So I have cousins that are bipolar. And actually, I have cousins on both sides of my family that are bipolar. Right. And so we talk to each other. We support one another. Their parents support me, and my mother and my father will be there for them if they need it. But you have to be able to identify whatever it is that's going on with your child, and then start talking to your community, because even though you can't get that diagnosis, just talking to the people in the community, they'll be able to tell you, yeah, it looks like the same thing that I'm going through, and maybe be able to help that person with some ideas of what they can do for their children. Because the mental health side of children, a lot of the times they're just considered as being defiant, oppositional defiance. That's the first thing a lot of the times that they want to say about children. And so sometimes it's not that they just don't want to listen.
Right.
Sometimes they can't sit still. Sometimes they really have anger issues. Like there are things that come along with childhood now that we don't understand, because they express things differently. Things that we wouldn't have done in our time as that age. A lot of the time these kids now express themselves more. And so we just have to find a way to understand what it is that they're going through and to help them.
We have one other comment that's out there. Let's see who's in our audience.
Our last comment break, you guys.
So we have Paul White. It's truly a blessing to be a witness to her growth. Keep grinding, because your vibe is definitely attracting your tribe.
That's my husband.
Zelda Green says yes, yes.
I'm gonna try to put the flyer up right now in the comments.
So we appreciate having you here, and we want to let out there know that we can be found on LinkedIn at Feel Good Talk, Facebook at Feel Good Talk, YouTube at FGT Mind, Body, Soul, and Business. Instagram is at Feel Good Talk, and our website is www.feelgoodtalk.net. Ebony, thank you so much for coming on and sharing your story. I really appreciate it. We love having you here as the Feel Good Talk fam. And so we are heading out, and we hope to see you back next week, same place, same time, every Thursday at 7 p.m. We love you guys.
Love y'all too. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.